And on the YouTube side, I'll say hello YouTube. We're playing some Isaac on stream. Probably just the one run in this sitting. And let's see what we get. Oh, you know what I did? I did turn off something. I turned off the dog cam by accident. Anyway, there's the seed. Sort of sleeping just out of view, but I also want to show off the fact I got her a new bed, even if she doesn't care, other than to try and eat it. But it's plastic, so she ain't eating this one. She is putting lots of teeth marks in it, though. But there's the seed GGE1ZZR2. And I'm not 100% sure what spacebar item that is. I recognise it, but I don't remember what it is. And we have Ludo. And thank you, Yoshi of the Wire, for the first bits of the week. Civ 6 was great. Yeah, we'll be doing another Civ 6 campaign, have no fear. At some point. Chat, remind me what spacebar item that is. Is that like a pot brownie or something? Or is it the, what's it called? The stone thing. May as well just open this now. Our HP is kind of bad. Speed of our tier isn't too bad, and our damage is okay. So as I was telling stream just before I started recording, because this is right at the start of the first stream of a new week for me, Subnautica will probably be wrapping up soon. I don't have too much more of the story to go, I think. Like, there's only so deep you can go, let's put it that way, and I believe I have the final depth modules now. I think like 1700 meters is the max. And I've been down to 1300, so there can't be that much more for me to do. And I didn't realise until an advertisement told me this. So I guess ads are good for something sometimes other than funding what content creators do. That Far Cry 5 has improved the way they do co-op compared to the previous 1 or 2. I don't mean Far Cry 1 and 2, I mean the previous 2 titles, which was 3 and 4. Which got my interest in it up a bit more. Why did I just walk into fire? Because I was watching my tier and I lent my... Ooh, I lent my fingers on the movement keys a bit too hard. So I'm thinking about maybe trying to rope someone into doing a Far Cry 5 co-op playthrough once Subnautica is done. I like Subnautica, but I can't remember who it was in Discord that asked. I think it was Vordor. Also, still no one's reminded me what spacebar item this is. I think it was Vordor in Discord the other day asked, like, hey, I've finished Subnautica, I loved it. Is there any other games like it? Not just survival games, but survival games with a story that's actually interesting and achievable goals and all that kind of thing. I can't really think of any either. I'm not saying there's not good survival games, because there is. But very few just kind of have that same feeling and actual plot that Subnautica do. But I'm open to suggestions for that, because I wouldn't mind replacing Subnautica with a game that's kind of similar, because people seem to like me playing that every so often. Blank card. Oh, this is a good way to find out what this item is. Oh, it's the friendly fly nugget thing. Yeah, it's garbage. Okay, we'll take blank card for sure. I have had it before. I never remember what it does, but I'm sure I will forget again.
Oh.
Thank you, Krispy Kreme Bones, for the bits. Bits War OT. OT? Or capital O, small t? What did you mistype? Because if you were going to say gold, I mean, that's wrong for a whole bunch of reasons. Also, I did get offered a Far Cry 5 review key a little while ago, but I ignored it because I didn't have any interest in the game. I did respond to it now, but I believe it came out today, so... or yesterday. So it's probably too late, but I'll give it a day or two, see if I hear back from my contact at Ubisoft. Thank you, Hinkley, for the bits as well. More bits! Ooh. No, I'm not playing the Conan XL game with the realistic dick physics. If I want to see realistic dick physics, I'll just take a shower. Should say just go for a bath, because I mean, you see them then. But then they're not dangling, so you've got to kind of dangle. Not dingle. Dingle's an enemy. Ludo is very, very bad for Ragman, just so you know. Thank goodness it wasn't a champion one. You can disable dicks in Conan. How do you do that in real life? That was a really good first item. Thank you for the little bits, Critical Gambit. Just take off your pants. So what I'm under... Oh, hello Rash, Supernova, and anyone else I missed because I was already yammering about things. Can no one suggest a game that's very, very similar to Subnautica in terms of, like, it's a survival game. It doesn't need to be underwater. I don't care about that. Like, I was thinking, what was the one set in Canada? It was an indie game, came out of early access, like, late last year. Doesn't that have a story, or is that purely just basically survival as well? I can't remember what it was called. But you can get, like, eaten by wolves and stuff in it. Hello, JJ. No, I don't have your pictures of Spider-Man yet. Because they still haven't updated Gungeon. We need a key, but let's just do the boss now. Well, yeah, let's just do the boss now. Ooh. We're almost certainly getting rid of our red HP, let's put it that way. No, not Minecraft, although I guess that does technically... No, that doesn't even have a plot. No, it has a final boss, but it doesn't have a plot. Do I take this now? I will take this now. Maybe get two things. No, we'll get one thing. We'll take black powder. It's not very good, but whatever. Let's go try and... The Long Dark! Yes, thank you, Reverie. That is it. Is that... Does that have a plot, or is that just survival? I've tried Ark. And believe it or not, I tried it a long time ago, before I tried Subnautica when it was in early alpha stage. I have a short Ark series on YouTube, in fact. There was no plot, at least when I played it. There was dinosaurs, survival and progress, but there was no plot. And I like having something that gives me focus. I like survival games, but I like survival games with a form of focus more. Pepper has been going on about Echo. Echo, as in, like, you don't mean the dolphin, obviously. I have not heard of Echo. Also, didn't they break Ark into, like, 3 separate games? No fear. Also, no ration. Verp. 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 After you do this a certain number of times, you should just puke all over the place. Ark does actually have a plot now. Does it have a story? No, it's background mostly. I can't look at the Steam Store page of Echo right now. Describe it to me. Thank you, Argrave, for a whole year with Twitch Prime. You're now a Super Saiyan God in chat. Hello, people, and Flik. It was a year of subscription full of good videos and chat talks, and I hope it will continue. Anyway, my kneecaps are safe. That's what you think. I mean, yes, they are. Oh, there was a library as well. I'm still just going to go to the item room. Oh, wait, no, it was a double key room. Never mind. I already knew that. Mom's contacts is really good. So we'll occasionally, like very occasionally, freeze enemies. Create a civilization capable of stopping a meteor without destroying the ecosystem in the process. Oh, okay. It does sound quite interesting. Could you make a note in Discord for me to look into Echo after the stream? And also thank you, Rydog, for the bits. Because I was kind of planning after the stream to maybe do a poll on Twitter about what I should maybe consider making my next series after Subnautica, because room in the schedule's already clearing up now that, well, I finished uploading Bloodborne. I know the last part hasn't gone live yet, but finished uploading it, so once that, plus Subnautica are out the way. Christ, how much health have these things got? Oh right, yeah, I have black powder. Oh, it's in early access though, so it probably doesn't have a plot yet then. Or is finished. least they're honest about it, unlike other early access games that aren't. Sea of Thieves. Sorry, I had something unfinished stuck in my throat. What is with AC Origins? That is also something I'm considering, because apparently it's pretty good and is very different to previous Assassin's Creed games. So I am interested in that. I bought it in the sale because it was like 40% off already. So I wouldn't mind playing that as well. That would be quite a long one if it's an open world game though. It wouldn't be a short, like... Alright, Subnautica is going to be between 30 and 40 parts, which is relatively long, I guess. Short compared to my long-term series. Why is the tear sticking to enemies a little bit? Strange. Unfinished like dick physics. Yes. I can't tell if you're meaning like IRL or if that's just your shorthand name for Conan. You don't call it Conan the Barbarian, you just call it broken dick physics or unfinished dick physics. I'll have you know they have a team of 5 people working on those dick physics. The other 50 or so are working on the female models. Okay, now we can go to the item room, hopefully get something to help this run along, because Ludo is killing it so far. If we didn't have Ludo, this would be a very nice start. Ugh. We don't have anything that makes use of blank card. Largo Floro. We don't have a key for the shop. Let's just fight the boss. Goodbye, the Slash Master. Thank you for stopping by before you went to work. Oh, it's a double floor. Never mind. We're nowhere near done on this floor yet. Oh, did not see him. How many bloody things he spawned. Okay, so we have another item room to find. Pearl necklace, I mean the range does nothing for us. The luck is okay. No, I'm not playing sexy serial killer or rocket girls. How dare you? I'm not good enough for those games. Okay, you just ship your stuff over here and I'll stand over here. Everything will be totally fine. So many good games, not enough time, but it's also committing to a game that might take a while, like Origins. Hell, even Far Cry 5 could take a while. Not to mention the video upload size. Like, I was uploading a Subnautica episode before the stream. 40 minutes, it was like 6 gig, and with my upload being as it is, it takes a while. That was like 2.5 hours, I think. Oh, well, I guess I'll just die then. What a terrible room. I'm sure this pill will make up for it. If it's a bad pill, I'll just hold R. Okay, I'll just hold R and hope for a better start. No. No. Same item again, that's rather strange. Fire rate's terrible, no thank you. Same spacebar item again, what the hell? Ooh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, okay, this'll do. We look like Princess Leia. See for this one, C0F12I38. Zip. Yeah, I'd like some like items this time. And also not starting with Ludo, because Ludo is bad outside of very particular circumstances. I've seen a little bit of A Way Out being played. I don't like it. Voice acting is terrible. The gameplay is very basic. And it also doesn't seem to change particularly much depending on what you do. Have I heard of Monster Hunter World? No, tell me more. Which Dark Souls is it most like? Oh, I reminded myself. Looking more into the Dark Souls 2 randomizer, I was reading the comments on it, and it's not properly put together in the sense that it mixes together certain pools of items that shouldn't be mixed together, unlike the Dark Souls 1 randomizer, which people like. So there's a lot of comments saying like, yeah, I ended up with like 4 Nashandra's souls, but I don't have any Estus flask shards. And then they claim to have fixed Estus flask shards to always be where they should be, but there were still people in the comments of the mod saying that's not the case. So I don't think I can do the Dark Souls 2 randomized. Well, I can do it, but there's a chance it will make you have a unwinnable game. Which I guess is akin to a roguelike. But it isn't as well made as the Dark Souls 1 randomizer, apparently. You might be thinking, just do the Dark Souls 1 one then. If I end up playing the remaster, I don't want to replay the shitty version now. What? You got an error? Twitch just died? Well, thank goodness I'm locally recording, but hang on a second. I'm still here, chat, and then I'm going to threaten you with the Mafia Program. Do you see me again now? That was Twitch doing something. I didn't drop any frames, weirdly. Don't worry, Princess Leia is here to save you. You got a network error? Twitch must have been changing the matrix in the background. I was curious if that would trigger the room or not, and yeah, it does. Hello, pin. It keeps coming in and out, so it's still having problems, huh? Maybe they're being... Great, just start in front of a fire where you can't avoid taking damage if you're moving when the room starts. It'd be fine if that fire was there or there, but no. They put it in front of the door just to take guaranteed damage if you move all the time. Bad design. I will quickly check the Twitch Twitter to see if we can work out what's going on. Because if the site goes down entirely, I don't think the fact I'm locally recording will save the run. Okay, let me see what they're saying on Twitter. If indeed they're saying anything at all. No, nothing yet. Nope. Twitch is under attack. Is that confirmed? Because I don't see anything being said on Twitter. I don't even know how many of you I'm talking to currently. Like, how many of you can actually still hear. I still had other stories to tell. Is everyone back now, or just some of you? Okay, a lot of people are saying back. Hello, welcome back. Got any idea what happened? Wait, that gives free bombs. Have I considered going back to Fortnite? I'd be lying if I said I hadn't, but I don't know if it would be the mode that everybody actually cares about. In other words, the Battle Royale mode. Nobody cares about the PvE. I don't know, at this point, even though I played the original version of Fortnite, it would feel like bandwagoning. It's like, oh wow, there was literally 1 million people watching Fortnite on YouTube the other day. And like 600,000 on Twitch whenever it was. Because some rapper was watching it being played or playing himself, I don't know. It's obviously a very popular game. Okay, yes, you can say you care for the PvE, but the majority do not. And unfortunately, I do have to worry about that. They would want to see the Battle Royale mode being played. And I did say, like, I don't have any plans on going back to PUBG, but one day I might try the Fortnite PUBG mode. I don't know if any of my friends would be interested in playing it, because solo queuing it has no interest to me whatsoever. They're not games to be sold, in my opinion. That gives you a heart, right? The mark. Chad, does the mark give you a heart? And nuts to it, I'll just check. It does. Yeah, Twitch was having some issues, don't worry about it. Yeah, tinted rock would be nice, but whatever. Tears down, that's pretty sucky. I don't know what Hunt Showdown is. Which one is that? So remember, you've just got to move quick before they start firing. Like just one tinted rock would be nice. Or, you know, a room where it's very hard to avoid taking damage.
Full health.
Full health does not really help. Oh, come on, something that gives HP. That's not any good either. Yeah, have they totally stopped the PvE section of Fortnite? Hunt Showdown competitive first-person PvP bounty hunting from the makers of Crisis. Is it early access? Is it done? Is it suck? Ow. I don't know what hit me there. Oh, I think I walked over the blood of the thing I killed. Maybe we'll get something good in our shop. With the money I don't have. And the answer is no. No, we will not. Because the run is doomed to fail. Better version of early access. Oh, better version of early access. Something else I was potentially considering was that Kingdom Deliverance or whatever it was called. That would not be a good idea, right? Or is that... No, that's the good one. Yeah. It's the Crosshair, it's the bad one. I only have one key. And it did not work out for me. Kingdom Come Deliverance is pre-alpha but releases a full game. I thought it got a really big patch recently though. Combat is a shitter version of For Honors. That I have also heard, yes. Ah, for the love of... Well, it's a lot of money. I could have bought Nun's Habit, but the run does not warrant doing that. Wait on Kingdom Come, okay. Alright, let's say that one's off the list then. So the list is still currently Far Cry 5, Assassin's Creed Origins, and that's it, I think, so far. Dark Souls 2, well I just finished telling you apparently the randomizer is not well made for Dark Souls 2. And I don't want to play Dark Souls 1. One, because I just don't like it, and two, I might end up playing the remastered version to see if it's any better. And that's out the end of April, I think, or the start of May. If you don't believe me, I can link you to the damn randomizer. Go read the comments of the people who are like getting on about all the problems with it. It's still possible to have a run that's playable, but you could also get a run that's not, where you just have to start over. Okay, well, did any red hearts drop in the rooms I cleared? Not on this floor. I'm curious if that was actually health down. The Witcher 3? The Witcher 3 I've played before. I played it on my own time, and it's also like 1 billion hours long as well. I never finished it because it was too long. Like, I got past the first 2 points it should have ended, and it kept going, and I couldn't be asked, and then put it down for too long, so now I'm at the point where I couldn't go back. So I wouldn't remember any of the buttons or what I was doing. It's a great game, don't get me wrong, it's just that it lingers too long. Yeah, I'm not looking for something super long term, because if it ends up being something that's not at all popular because everybody else has got there first, or it's just not a game people want to see me play, then I'm kind of tied into it. Ooh, that's very good. Like Subnautica, it's okay, it's not super popular, but it's also not hated. But at the same time, it's going to be like no more than, say, 35-ish parts. And that's not so bad, it's there for people who want to see it. Hello, Evil Vice President. Yes, you've been staring at Sora's bed because she's asleep on the other side of the room. Wait, no, people were talking about ECO, not the one that's called Echo. I can't remember if I said hello, Evil Vice President, or if I finished the thought or not, because I got distracted by what I guess he was saying. So I'll just say it again in case. I can't see what this pill is because somebody signed it on Steam. Ooh, no, though. No. But maybe yes, depending on how this goes. Acid Baby is not a problem, but I guess we'll fight one angel statue at least. These actually, well, let's see if they drop the keys. They do not. I'd like to not destroy this one. Okay. Well, we have no choice. And teleport pills. Okay, that's gonna make things a little weird. Valkyria Chronicles I have played before. It's very good. It's also very, very difficult. I do recommend it. And if you have a PSP, I recommend too as well. That's not the kind of thing I'm looking to replace Subnautica. In fact, if you like go way back to my Super old videos, I did a video on how to farm XP in Valkyria Chronicles 1. Back on the Dreamcast, was it? Is that what it was released on? We will not be taking Cursed Eye, in case that's not obvious. Oh, pill there. Hematemesis. A recent look at of the full release of Subnautica would have helped convince you to take a look at it. That's true. I think it's probably too late now, but that should be something I consider in the future. Why did I actively take a bag trip pill? Because I wasn't paying attention to what. Or why, rather. Hematemesis. Again, oh wait, I assume you're being sarcastic, Crispy. I've got plenty of Disgaea videos on the channel. Again, something I did a long time ago. I do have Disgaea 5. It's sitting on the PS4. Actually, no it isn't. Now that I've switched over to the Pro, probably have to re-download it. But still. Again, definitely not in terms of like something for YouTube. Wow. That's a lot of poop. The Long Dark I was talking about earlier, and I wasn't sure if it had a story or not. Is there an actual end game? Is it purely just see how long you can survive? If someone did answer, I didn't see. Hello, Blue Bear. Pheromones. The Long Dark does have a story. Is it a good story? That's another proviso. It has to be an interesting story. Oh, it is a health up pill way. Okay. Could do with a Verp pill now. Because the game is slow, the story drags. So I might look into that one a bit more as well. I don't think I only remember ever seeing like very early footage of that when there wasn't really much to do.
Of spades.
We talked about A Way Out. I don't like the look of it. I've watched a bit of it being played. I also didn't play that developer's other game. Apparently it was good, but didn't appeal. I'm asking for like games of certain types to replace Subnautica once it's done. How is it I can get an Nightmare Room and still be probably too slow for boss rush? Why all the bad pills? Gimpy is okay. Could do without the eyes vibrating in that manner, but whatever. Ooh. Okay, so now we have max money. And there's our shop. The original rogue. Firewatch I've seen being a little bit played, and I don't like the developers, and I think they're a little bit up their ass. So no to that. I don't need the quarter. Firewatch, it has a story, but there's also absolutely nothing to do. It's a walking simulator of the purest form. It's definitely not art. I know the story of what little there is. There's actually not a story, which is the twist. Like it. Spoilers for Firewatch, if you care. But it builds up all these things, like maybe there's a serial killer, maybe there's aliens, maybe there's something weird going on and someone's out to get you. There's no one out to get you. There's a forest fire and then you leave. That's literally it. It just takes longer to get to the nothing ending than something like Gone Home does. Which is also an utter waste of your time, in case you're curious. I'd love to take you, I can't do it. Oxy not included is not my thing, but I don't have a problem with it. It doesn't have a story either. Oh, because I put Tammy's head down, it didn't retain the charge. Thanks for spawning on me, greatly appreciated. You got it for free and you still want your money back. Well, it's not a game, it's just a badly written story, and you can waste some time looking at things that have no relevance to anything. If you want to remember the 80s, that's what Gone Home is. And then they tack on an ending that's about a touchy subject to make you think that you just played something profound, but really you just wasted your time. Deep Rock Galactic is the one where you're like space dwarves mining for stuff, right? I actually got offered a key for that. It was on my maybe pile. Not necessarily for a series, but something to at least do a little bit of coverage of, like a look at. Yeah, Gone Home has a little bit of like a horror vibe when you start. And then you realise it has nothing. Not that I'm supporting like, hey, make it a jump scare horror game, but for God's sake, do something. But as it turns out, you don't need to. Just make your game about lesbians, and then people have to say they like it, because they're not allowed to say they don't like it if it has lesbians. Because that makes it arty. And to say that a terrible game with lesbians in it is bad would be an insult to the whole LGBT community. You were just going to make a joke that lesbians are scary. That was Zeppo who said that, in case any lesbian hit squads want to take him out later. To party, I mean. At the club. You know, the club. Ooh. I have something stuck in my throat. Hang on. I need to take a drink. Ah, there we go. It's a bit better. Addicted. Overlord. That's the one I'm thinking of, no. Did I get the item room on this floor, or did I not? Very apt that I had an amnesia pill. Chat, help, did I get the item room on this floor? I don't think I did, right? Because... Or was that where I got moldy bread from? Or halitosis, rather. They look the same. I think I did. The weakness is no, I've seen the weakness. It's a very funny game because it's pure pretension. And Jonathan Blow doesn't know how to make video games. So it's funny in that regard, but it's not a game. It's the same puzzle for 50 hours. I did. Thank you. Just checking. And I've seen the super secret ending of The Witness and laughed my ass off at it because it's utterly... Like, pretentious is a word that gets thrown around a lot. It's the very definition of pretentious bullshit. Like, pretentious, rather, meaningless bullshit. There's no message. It's just shit for the sake of shit. And his puzzles aren't nearly as clever as he thinks they are. City Skyline, been there, done that. Although I think I got a... Wait, it was either for City Skyline or Planet Coaster. I got an email about another expansion today, I think. A city builder isn't really the type of thing I'm looking for either. I know I'm being very picky, but I'm being very picky off camera as well, if that makes sense. I'm always like second guessing or triple guessing decisions right now. Especially on YouTube. I didn't mean for the channel update on Monday to be as melancholy as it was, but it was honest if nothing else. Honestly expecting the dog to ninja her way into the bed at some point like she usually does, but maybe she's staying clear of it because it's new and scary. Crispy is heterosexual. I'm going to tell your wife. That is a big eyeball. Jesus. The dog is already too big for the camera. Actually, if she was growing exponentially, she would be getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger at an unstoppable rate until she was bigger than the universe. Actually. God, YouTube comments are annoying sometimes. Hello, Hawks. A way out with Reaper would be funny. Oh, I get it, because he has no coordination. But honestly, as I said, I've seen it being played. You hold a button every so often. That's it. There's nothing to do. And the acting is terrible, the player models are bad. I don't know why they look as ugly as they do, but they are. And I say that as an ugly person myself, so I know ugly when I see it. And the people you play as in that are very ugly. The one with the gigantic nose especially. Stranded Deep. That one I'm not sure about. Actually, on that subject, usually when I'm out and about, I'm used to like not interacting with strangers because they have no reason to. But when I'm out with Sora now, she's so cute, everybody wants to talk to her. So I'm having to interact with a lot more humans on a regular basis when I'm out and about. Particularly women, and very particularly women who have children. They are all about getting to see an adorable puppy. And also I keep on seeing people passing in cars, like slowing down a little bit just to look at Sora. Look at the cute pupper. Like, you don't see her at her worst. You don't see her like she was just before the stream where she was barking at the top of her lungs at her own reflection for no apparent reason. Or when she wakes me up at 5 AM every morning to pee. Regarding the game I look for, what do I care about the most? I want a game that has a story I can be engaged with, gameplay that is fun to watch, but also something that I can poke fun at and have a chance to actually like express my own thoughts. So there's not like story every 5 seconds. So an open world game or a pseudo open world game like Far Cry or Assassin's Creed might be okay for that, and Far Cry has the added bonus of having full co-op, which would allow for banter. But people might prefer something like the Subnautica thing where I'm talking to myself, so it can be tangential rather, or random. Hello, Kurt. Kurt, email Ubisoft support and get them to let you into your account so you can play The Division with us. Finally getting good pills. Did you want the ability to pause often if you needed? Ideally, yeah, because I still can't trust Sora fully if she's conscious. Or just something where half-an-hour episodes wouldn't feel unsatisfying for the YouTube side. I'm sure this episode for our YouTube is going to be incredibly riveting, where I talk to my chat about games I might end up playing. Oh hey, because we've got puberty, we've got the super deep voice now. Brr. Ace of Hearts. Can Far Cry 5 be paused? I don't know. But if it was co-op, I'd have somebody watching my back, so it isn't as bad. Yeah, I agree with the pill. Let's all relax. No tinted rocks. We'll fight the Sen in case it's lost. I accidentally went to the next room. Shame so much of our pill rotation is bad, considering we have acid, baby. So we've definitely had one syringe. No. She didn't drop one anyway, so never mind. The run isn't too bad now, considering I haven't had any deals with the devil. Well, I had one, but I didn't take anything from it. And since then, we've had none. We also missed one boss item. No, I won't be touching Divinity again. I don't like it. Well, sorry, I like the first, like, half of it. But after that, it's real bad. I've seen this Space Wolves game. It's on my wish list to try out sometime, but for arcade stuff, it's very hit or miss. Like, nobody was that interested in watching Valinor and me playing Dawn of War 2. Vermintide 2, yeah, not too bad. At first, once it was actually out in closed beta, a bit less so. Like Total War 2, or, you know, Total War Hammer 2. That was kind of meh. What happened with Divinity? After the halfway point it turns to shit. This is a terrible room when you can't fly. Whew. Pillars of Eternity, it's too dated looking for me. Did not realise we were already at lives. Actually, let's just, I don't remember how much HP I had and we've taken a few hits. Why, Mom? Or it lives, rather. It sounds like Mom for some reason. Didn't want to do some more lines for it, probably. No deal with the devil. No, I shouldn't do that. I was going to tell Pills, but no, I shouldn't. Oh, No Man's Sky, you say? Did they ever, like, make that not bad? Or did they just kind of write it off? Because if all the stuff they lied about being in it was actually in it, it probably would have been really good. They updated it, but it's still boring. It's a shame. It's also a shame that that telepill sent me to a dead end. Sure, that's fine. Doing a Molinox. Molinox? I don't care how his name is pronounced. There's that next David Cage game out soon, right? Detroit or whatever it's called, with the robots. Which looks pretty bad. Pretty much, I've played all of David Cage's games thus far, right? Indigo Prophecy / Fahrenheit, depending on which country you were in, it had a different name. And Heavy Rain. What did he do before those two? Both were okay. I really liked Heavy Rain despite its faults. And Fahrenheit was fine. Got a bit too supernatural towards the end, but other than that, it was just fine. No, you don't want to watch Court play Subnautica. He's convinced that his Cyclops is out to get him. Angelic Spoils. Don't know what that does, but may as well take it, I guess. Oh, is that where I'm getting the Spirit Hearts from? See, told you. I don't think I want to rebuy No Man's Sky. If I remember rightly, like I tried it on stream, it didn't work. Then I found out, hey, there's like nothing to do in it. I just refunded it, and I believe I used the refund to buy... Ooh, what else was out around the same time? I used it to buy, oh, maybe like pre-order Fallout 4? Maybe that's what it was? I'm not sure if those sync up or not. Oh yeah, I just still have the Dragon Ball game to go to, yeah. That definitely wouldn't take up a lot of space though. It's not really worth the damage. Yeah, we played Ark ages ago. I did a little series on it. There wasn't nearly as much to do in it when I played it. But the taming time for stuff was way too long. Hooray, we lived! Oh, it's fine, I would have wanted Dice Shard anyway. Dwarf Fortress Helm! You're just suggesting like the worst things. Acceptable. God, look at her face. If you can. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We've got golden snot. Looks like I'm firing nuggets of gold. Oh yes, there is a face in there. The emote window isn't working? This will not stand. Except my nose gold into your lungs. Yes, except the nose gold into your eye. Let it breathe into your pores. Ooh. They'll spawn a monstro. The Hitman series question mark. I may have missed something that was said before that. I think maybe revisiting, not the most recent Hitman that was kind of back to traditional roots, the one before that that had a plot. That might be like a type of game to revisit on stream, more so than YouTube. Not that I ever played through the story mode on YouTube, I just did the contracts thing. Bum friend, my mortal enemy. Revisiting old lookout games. Do you have any in mind in particular when you said that? That's my money, you little shit. Oh, like Shadowrun? Shadowrun Returns and then the one after that are good. The third one I did not like. But the other two I played through to completion in my own time. Hey, good luck looking through the playlist. There's a lot in there. After I said I'd split it by year, I never did. Everspace wasn't popular. Hell, even the look at it wasn't popular, although granted, it did come out like a year ago. People never even gave that a chance. To go back to something else someone brought up, I think that was Hitman Jeff. This is gonna ruin my tier rate. Yeah, doubled it. She's stealth back, and she's in it normally. I'm not going to draw attention to it. Thank you for telling me though, chat, because I didn't hear a damn thing. That was worth holding out for YouTube, anyone who actually did. Did you make it long enough to see a certain animal and a certain thing behind me? Oh god, Payday 2. We played a lot of Payday 2, believe it or not. I think that was before my streaming time. I don't just mean like in the day, I mean like before I could stream. CR might have streamed us playing it a little bit. I take issue with some of the things the Payday devs do. Like porting their game to consoles but then never updating them. Just Cause 3 I did consider as well, because apparently you can just like do any old shit in that. Dead Cells I've given up on. Thank goodness there's no route to Delirium. For the people watching after the fact on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed us mostly just meandering and talking about potential game series. By the time you hear this, I'll probably have made a decision. Thank you for watching though, and ta-ta for now.